In the previous example, we saw that an output of a Boolean expression is either true or false. Suppose if I have a group of statements, I want this to execute only if a condition is true. If not true, then I don't want to execute this statement. Then I can go for what? The if statement available in Java. Say for example, if you remember in our the first few three examples, like we have written a program called area of a circle, isn't it? In a area of a circle, I set the value of radius to some value. So later I used an expression area equal to radius star 3.142, that is pi value. Now this statement will execute no matter if the radius value is 0 or greater than 0 or less than 0. Now it actually doesn't make sense, because suppose if the radius value is 0 or below, let's say minus value, there is no point in executing that expression at all. In fact, that expression do consume some 2-3 CPU cycles, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give an example of if statement. The same program I'm going to take and I'm going to what? Modify it to execute that expression that is area equal to radius star 3.142 only if the radius value is greater than 0. So how we can work in such a decision making example? So let's look into this example here. So I have created a file called area with if. So this is the same program as we have done earlier, isn't it? So just one small change I'm going to make. What I'm going to do here, if radius greater than 0, not even greater than equal, it should be greater than 0, only then I want to execute this expression. Say what I'll do, I'll put it inside an flower brace, and this also I'll move it inside this, so printing comes only if this expression is executed. So now understand this clearly. What happens now? If radius value is greater than 0, only then this body of if will execute. So what will be the input to the if? Input to the if is a Boolean expression. You can use a combination of Boolean expression by clubbing with that, logical operators, that is Boolean operators, like and something else you could do. Now it's not necessary that you have to give Boolean expression itself. You can give straight away the Boolean value. Say for example, you can say true. In this case, what happens? The body of if will always execute. Why? Because the output of an expression, if it's true, it will execute. Now we are giving the true directly. So if I say false, it doesn't make any sense at all, because since I am straight away saying false, obviously the body of if will never execute. So generally we don't give true and false directly. Instead of that, what we give either a Boolean variable as input or an Boolean expression as an input. So that is radius is greater than 0. So now let me set the radius to, let's say, minus 123. Now if I go and compile this, Java C area with if.java, Java area with if, you see there is no output here. What's happening? This expression has been evaluated, radius greater than 0. So radius greater than 0 is false. The reason is because it is radius value is set to a negative number. So since the output of this expression is false, the body of if will not execute at all. One more thing, suppose if you have only one statement, then you no need to write the floor braces. So we look into such programs in the assignment section. Now this is about the if statement. Now there is in the conditional statements, there's a one more topic, that is if else. Now you see that if there's a negative input, there's no output either. There's no way we are telling that user that enter a non-negative or non-zero number, something like that. So in that case, suppose if you want to take the negative aspect of an program, then what I will do, I will add something called else block. Here let's say I would say that radius should be greater than 0. Now we compile the same program and we execute it. You see that we are seeing the else block. So what did we understood? If the condition is true, body of if will execute. If its condition is false, the body of else will execute if the else block is present. And again, now one more thing. Since else block contains only one statement, it is not necessary to add the floor braces. Only if it contains one statement, either if or else. So we studied if statement and we studied else statement, if else. In the next chapter, we look into if else if.